Okay, everybody, Frankie here from New West Reset. How's it going? Hope everybody's doing well. So I found a really interesting old building here that I wanted to check out with you today. I think this is going to be pretty exciting, pretty neat. This I know for sure is an old red brick building. Again, doesn't have the date on it. If I was to hazard a guess, much like all the other buildings in this neighborhood, this is sort of the Beltline area, which encompasses Sunalta, Connaught, and a couple of other smaller neighborhoods. Scarborough, Lower Mount Royal. But, you know, they just painted over the old red brick. And, well, you can see here the window detailing. They've got this beautiful brick architectural detail here above the windows, above all of the windows, going all the way up. Beautiful architectural detail along the roof line or the ridge line there. But I know this was red brick for sure because along the top there, I don't know if you can see it or not, but they've spray painted sort of a bluish grayish color to match that detail, but you can see a little bit of red poking in there, and then of course they've just put all this crappy siding over top. But you can see in the window right here how deep that goes in. So obviously, you know, they've built out this facade. They probably put a layer of rigid insulation and then just put the siding right over it to, you know, so it's increased that window well, I guess you could call it, or window opening, the depth of it much more. Right? Yeah, let's see if we can check anything out. Looks like there's an old door here too, under that window that's not being used. Let's check out a few more details. Let's see here. So obviously this is just an artificial foundation. They've just put concrete or some kind of schmutz on there and painted over it. Obviously some repair work done a little bit here and there, but these windows are very suspect. Pretty low, a little bit shorter than the windows above them. And also, I don't know if I can pick this up or not, but here's the public sidewalk, and then they've poured this little slab of concrete along here, but it actually angles down away from the building toward the sidewalk a little bit. It's on a slight incline from the building's edge to the sidewalk edge where it meets, which is kind of strange. You have big, huge stone above this massive doorway. I don't know if it doesn't look like it's, I mean, the door obviously is more modern, but the doorway itself, I think, doesn't look like it's been hacked into. I don't know. It's very, very hard to tell, but huge door, obviously a newer installation, big, huge window above it. You can see you walk in the, I guess what's the main landing, and you either have to go up or down. And split level homes here in Canada, especially out west here, you didn't really start seeing a lot of those until after World War II. You know, the late 40s and through the 50s is when they started seeing a lot of split level homes where you walk in the main entrance and you've got a little landing, and then you either go up to the main floor and then subsequent floors and down to a basement. That was something when they started doing a lot more prefab homes and that sort of thing. But I'm guessing this was built between 1900 and 1910, maybe 1915. And back then they didn't build them like this. So I don't know if this was at one time an old house, maybe an old commercial building. We're getting very, very close to the warehouse district here, so it's hard to say. Again, you can see here, oh, and there you can see some red brick where the paint is peeled off. Again, that beautiful detail along the ridge line or the roof line there. Again, all of the brick above all the windows. I'm wondering if at one time these windows were curved at the top. I don't know. I don't think so. They're quite large, so I think maybe these were originally rectangular and squared off at the top. But again, these lower windows are much stumpier than the windows above. So, yeah, very interesting. Let's see if we can get around to the back side of this thing here and see if it reveals anything else for us. Yeah, see, again, really low windows. I mean, these are actually now below grade. Yeah, this goes down about 4 or 5 inches below the bottom of this windowsill. So you wouldn't build like that. The moisture gets in there. Here in Canada, especially prairie provinces, you know, we get a lot of snow, but it's also in the winter a lot of blowing snow. So I mean, snow drifts would pile up right against the side of this building and completely cover these windows. Then in the spring, all of that would melt and it would just cause a lot of problems. So there's no way that, I don't think that this would be built originally like that. There's some old brick here, used to be. Looks like there was a sign here that when they painted the building and then the sign came off. So yeah, nice tight joinery on these. Here we've got a door at the back, poured concrete slab in the door. Looks like an old door, but I don't know if that would be an original door. It's right underneath a window here. Then we see here this window's been enclosed and they've added a vent. We already know there's a lower floor to this building, but is there a floor below that? That's the question. Some more red brick peeking out there. I'm not seeing the window is not sandstone, it's brick. But more often than not, you'll see a sandstone slab there. But this one, they decided to go with the brick. And then the rest of the building here, I don't see any windows or even any evidence of any windows that have been blocked in. The brick looks pretty consistent in terms of the mortar and everything. So unless this entire portion was an addition, but I don't see any ghosting of anything where they would have added onto here. It's hard to tell, but it's not like there's 18 layers of paint on there, as we can see. You know, it's just the red there, and then this sort of grayish over top, and it's chipping away. And where you see it's chipping away, you can see the brick underneath. So it's not like they've put on layer upon layer upon layer of paint where you can't see where windows may have been in the past. So I don't know, unusual shape to that. Obviously we can't really get any further to check it out, but definitely a lot of questions on this old building. And again, I wish I had the date on it. But yeah, probably either an old house or an old, I don't know, an old commercial building of some sort. A beautiful looking old building. So yeah, there you go. I think that's going to seal the deal today. So let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time. Take care.